Mr. O'Connor.
What is your real name?
Malcolm X.
Is that your legal name?
As far as I'm concerned, it's my legal name.
Have you been to court to establish that you are?
I didn't have to go to court to be called Murphy or Jones or Smith. Excuse me for answering you this way.
That's
if
all right.
a Chinese person were to say his name was Patrick Murphy, you would look at him like he's insane, because Murphy is an Irish name, a European name, or the name that has a Caucasian or a white background. And a yellow person, Chinese is a yellow man, and he has nothing to do or no connection whatsoever with the name Murphy. And if it doesn't look proper for a person who is yellow or Chinese to be walking around named Murphy or Jones or Johnson or Bunch or Powell, I think it would be just as improper for a black person or the so-called Negro in this country, as we're taught by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, to walk around with these names. And therefore he teaches us that during slavery, the same slave master who owned us put his last name on us to denote that we were his property. My father didn't know his last name. My father got his last name from his grandfather, and his grandfather got it from his grandfather, who got it from the slave master. The real names of our people were destroyed during slavery.
Be proud of our heritage. As somebody said earlier tonight, we don't have anything to be ashamed of. Somebody told a lie one day. They couched it in language. They made everything black, ugly, and evil. Look in your dictionary and see the synonyms of the word black. It's always something degrading and low and sinister. Look at the word white, it's always something pure. But I want to get the language right. I want to get the language so right that everybody here will proud. Yes, I'm black, I'm proud of it, I'm black and beautiful.
You see a Negro today who's named Johnson. If you go back in his history, you'll find that he was once, his grandfather or one of his forefathers was owned by a white man who was named Johnson. His name is Bunch. His grandfather was owned by a white man that was named Bunch.
Why am I mad? You know, white people ask me, why am I so angry? And, you know, I don't have any answer for him, because it'd be ridiculous for me to answer him, because he couldn't understand anyway, obviously, because he asked me the question.
The 400 years that I've existed there, 3 years, you know, 3 generations within my own family, why don't you know what I'm like? What is it so new in 1968 or, you know, in the 60s that you've got to learn? Because my grandfather was born, you know, he's 90. My mother was ready for integration. You know, she's middle-class Negro. Now, all of a sudden, you come to me, and you say, you know, communicate with me. Hell, I've been here all the time.
And we've been
Where were you?
Communicate.
You know, what do I have to say to you? The most advanced nation in the world. It has to be resolved. It has to be resolved because I want my children to have an answer. If not me, I personally prefer that I have an answer. You know, I don't have, you know, I like to think I don't have my lifetime to waste on this.
Most people say, if you don't like it here, get out. That's for spineless people. Spineless bastards who don't want to fight for what they believe in. Well, I'm staying here because I was born here, and I am going to fight for my freedom. And before I have kids, I am going to make sure that this damn United States deserves the existence of my kids, because I will not rest until every Sunday school is safe for my kids, so that they won't get killed or beaten up like those kids down in Mississippi.
Get this straight. You can kill all the black folks you want to, baby, but you will not kill the freedom of black folks. It's coming. We're going to get it. We fought in every one of your damn lousy wars, baby, and you give us nothing. Now the war is going to be here because we're going to be free. Now you kill all you want to, but we kill too.
Either one. You white folks have either one of two choices. Give me my damn freedom or kill me. because I am tired of sitting by being an Uncle Tom or a house Negro. The days of step and fetch it are dead. The days of the black face, big wide-eyed, gin-drinking black man are dead. Now we have what is called black consciousness.
I think there's going to be violence, see, because there already has been. I mean, when people try to free themselves, they kill Negroes in the South all the time. The Negro man has been emasculated and destroyed by the fact that every time he stood up, he got just snuffed out right there. So I don't think there's any question but that there's going to be violence and brutality. But my attitude is that the brutality and the violence shouldn't become the reason that you want to be free. But that's a very personal thing, the freedom is. See, the question isn't what is freedom to me, it's what price freedom. Because sometimes the price that you pay for freedom is the very thing that makes you a slave again. That's what I think happened in Russia in 1917. But I know that there's going to be violence. I mean, I think it gets blurred, especially the individual. If I face you violently, see, who knows where that violence began? See, I mean, I might, if I face you with a gun and I got orders to kill you and you got orders to kill me, then we can't really deal with each other. Well, you're a target and I'm a target. So you can't really talk about that. But you can talk about the larger thing, the much more universal thing. The reason that you're there, see, is really not to kill, but to free.
We are not black because we're cursed. We're black because we are the first life out of darkness. Black because black is not a color. We are black because we are the essence from which color comes. Black because we are the first life that came not with the universe, but before there was a sun, moon, and or star. We were there. And that's why neither the sun, moon, nor star can show the origin of the black man. You have to find the birth of water, the birth of earth, and the birth of electricity to find the birth of God and the birth of the original people. Your own scholars, your own white tell you through their study of genetics that dark skin is dominant and light skin is recessive. I didn't write it. Dr. Mendel wrote it. Dr. Mendel said light eyes are recessive, meaning weak. And dark eyes are strong. Dr. Mendel said you can get the recessive from the dominant, but you cannot extract the dominant from the recessive. Well, what did Dr. Mendel mean? Dr. Mendel meant that if white people were first, we never could have come, because it is a biological, mathematical, physiological impossibility for two white people to produce anything other than themselves. So they are not the original people.